Hi guys, welcome back to this video. And if you have been following our Excel series, then congratulations to you because we're in the last part. And throughout the series, what we've been able to do is we've been able to do the data cleansing and transformation. We've been able to normalize our tables and model our data set right from a flat file. And we did all of this in Power Pivot in Excel. Also, we've been able to create a date table. All right, and now we're at the final part of the series, which is to build this beautiful visualization. It is very interactive. We connected everything properly, so just buckle up. Let's get started. For this dashboard, I'm going to be showing you some things that we did. Okay, we connected all of these to the different sheets. When you hit here, it takes you to the sales. When you hit here, it takes you to the product. When you hit here, it takes you to the location. Okay, so these are all the things that we're going to be doing in this dashboard. And also, let me just show you how interactive this dashboard is. Now, if I want to see everything that happened in 2004, this is all I need to do, and I'm going to hit here. So I want to see what happened in 2004. And you can see every single thing changes, right? You can see our total sales in 2004, the total number of orders, and all of it changes. You can see every single thing by 2004. And if we want to see the products, for example, we want to see trains, we want to see what trains sold in 2004, we can also hit that and we can see what trains sold. The number of trains that were ordered were 1,303. We can see the total sales by train. We can see the trend of sales of train by month in 2004. You can just see all of these things and it's going to give you great insights. I'm going to bring in my data set. Okay, so we're going to come to data here and we're going to come to get data from Excel workbook. And you're just going to open it up for me and I'm going to get my customer data. So I'll just import this into Excel. So we can preview this. This is our customer data, customer ID, name, and all of those things. Okay, so let's just load this in. And now we can see it in a table format right in our Excel. All right, the next thing we're going to do now is to go back, come to a new sheet, come to data, and get the next file, which we worked on, which is like the order file, order or sales, whichever one. So we're going to import that. Okay, so guys, you can remember this data set which we modeled. This is the model. All right, this is what we modeled, and this is the data set we will be working with. Okay, so now what we want to do now is to create a pivot table. We've done every modeling that has to be done here. We've created the relationship. Now what we want to do next is just to create a pivot table. So now we're just going to come to insert. We're going to say insert from data model because we have created a data model, and we're going to get a new sheet. Okay, this is our customer table. As you can see what is inside. Then this is our product table, and this is our sales table. This is the particular table that we deleted. All right, if we want to do visualization, we need to tell our story in a certain way. So what do we want to look out for first? So first things first, we want to know how many products we have. Okay, how many distinct products we have. For that, we're just going to come get the product line. Let's put it here under values, and let us get the distinct count of that. And you can see we have 7 distinct products. Okay, so that is the first thing. Next thing we want to see is we want to know how many other lines we have. So these other lines are the lines where we use to pick up calls or messages or just communication that has to do with the orders that is being sent into the company. So for that, we're going to go to insert, come to pivot table, and we're going to model from our data. And obviously, yes, we want the existing sheet. So okay. Now for that, we're going to come here to our orders, and we're going to go to order line. And you can see the sum of order line, but we want to know the distinct number of order lines that we have. So click here, come to value field settings, and come to distinct count. Okay, and there you have it. You have 18 of it. So next thing we want to see is we want to know the number of orders that we have, or the number of orders that we have had since 2023 to since 2003 to 2005, because that is what our date range says. This data set is from 2003 to 2005. So let's come to insert, go to Power Pivot. We're getting this from our data model, and we want it in the same page. So click OK. Here we're going to get the distinct count of order number. Okay, so now you can see all the numbers, but when you come here and go to value settings and do the same thing we've done, you can see the distinct count of order number. All right, so the next thing we want to get is the total sum of the order quantity. How many sum was ordered? Okay, so come to insert, come to pivot table, and from your data model, okay, and come to our order sales data set. Let's get quantity ordered, and we can see the total quantity ordered from 2003 to 2005. Now we want to format this to have comma, so just come here and give it the comma, then reduce the decimal place. Okay, so it looks good. Next thing we are going for is the last and the final KPI, which is the sum of sales. This is like the most important. So come to insert, the same thing we've been doing, hit OK, then come here, let's get our sales. And you can see how much we have sold. So let's just come here and go format that with a comma, then remove this. So we can see we've sold 10 million plus all through the years. That is from 2003 to 2005. Now we are done with KPIs. So let's just label these KPIs. So now we are done with the KPI. Before we go on with the EDA, let us build a structure for our dashboard. Okay, so now this is a good time to hide this. Let's hide them because we're not going to be needing them. So I'm going to name this as sales because this is where our sales will be. Okay, it has already been taken. So let me name it as I've heard you. Let me name it as sale. Okay, this sheet, we can use this sheet for our dashboard. Okay, so let me just name this as dashboard. Then first things first, in this dashboard, let's copy everything. Then let's go to view, and you know what, remove the grid lines, remove the formula bar. Not necessarily formula bar, but the headings. Okay, so now this is how I want it to be. All right, so next thing, what I want to do is to come back to your home, go to your insert. We want to do what? We want to insert a shape. Okay, so let's come here and get a rounded rectangle. We're going to put this in here. Let's just take it all the way down. Now let's quickly format this. Come to shape format. Let's go with outline and turn it off. We don't want any outline. So now let's go to fill. Let's go to more colors, and I have the hex code here, so I'm just going to put that, and we're going to hit OK. Next thing we want to do is to get our logo. All right, and if you've watched subsequent videos of mine, you would see how I go to Canva to get the logo. Okay, so please, you can just go to Canva and go get your logo like that. Now my logo is in here, and the name of our store is One Stop Store. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is to come get some icons, which we're also going to be linking to the different pages. All right, so let's just get this icon. We want to get icon for product, icon for customer, icon for dashboard as well. So I'm just going to show you how to get the icon. So I go ahead and get mine. All right. So for example, say you want to get this icon of just this person's head or dinosaur, what's this? You just hit it and that is it. Then you come here and format it. You can give it a white color. Okay, so when you bring it in, it pops out. So that's just how we're going to do it. All right. Okay guys, so I've been able to bring in all the icons that I wanted. So for this, I searched for dashboard. For this, I searched for shopping cart. For these, I searched for products. And for this, I searched for location. And I just brought them in here right now. All right, so moving on. The next thing I want to do, we've named this place, we've named this one sales. All right. We're also going to, now what we're going to do now is to get it. And we're going to do that by moving it to create a new copy. This is for, we already have the sale. So this is for the customer and this is for location. Okay. Let me see if we can do. And this is for location. All right, great. Now we have both customer and location. You know what? Let me do the last one. So we'll just copy our KPIs and put it there. So let's move, create a copy. Okay. And now we have our copy. So let's copy the KPIs that we have created here. Cut, and let's just paste it in here. So let's delete this. There is nothing here. Yes, so let's come back and name this sale. Then we'll name these products. And we'll name these locations. All right, so now we have it. Let's go to insert shape, rounded rectangle, and let's just draw out, map it out how we want it. So this is for the, this is going to be for the title. Let's format this. We'll go to fill. Let's give it this orange. So we're going to remove the shape outline. No outline. Okay, the next thing we want now is to put the shadow. So let's go to effect. Let's go to shadow, go to shadow options. And for shadow options, we're just going to customize what we want. So we want the transparency at 57 or 60. Let's just leave it at 60. Then we want the size to be 100, the blur for we want angular light at 90. Okay, this is fine. This is exactly what we want. And this is for the title. All right, so I'm just going to copy and paste this, Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V, and then I'm going to paste this here for our remaining KPIs. Okay, so now we have this here, but we're going to change this and we're going to put this gray right here. So we have 5 KPIs. So let's do where to copy and paste for all of them. I'm just going to do this, just arrange it, and I'm going to arrange other structure. I'm going to arrange the structure of the database and get back to you. Okay guys, so our structures have been put in place, and next thing to do now is to go actually get this pivot table started. Okay, so we're going to go back to our sales where we stopped at the KPIs and get other things such as the products by sales. We want to know the product that sold the most. All right, and for that we're just going to come here and go to insert, go to power pivot, just the way we have been doing. So we're going to come to sales. We're going to get sales. That is going to be in value, and we're going to our products and get the product line. All right, so we can see our sum of sales. We can see our sales by product, and from here you can see that the classic cars actually sold the most. All right, the motorcycle and all of that. So the next thing we want to do is to format this. Okay, so we're going to do that. Go to our home tab and just use the, and also reduce the decimal place, then put our $. All right, the next thing we want to do is we don't want this grand total. So for that, you can just come to your pivots. You can just come to your design right here, go to grand totals and turn it off. All right, that is if you don't want it. If you want it, you can as well leave it. So that has come and passed. I'm just going to push this to this place so you can have space. Let's just label that so we don't. Now the next thing we want to look at is sales by order line. So for that, let's come here, go to our insert tab, pivot table, the whole thing we usually do, and we're going to come here, come to our table to go to our order line. If you can remember, we have 18 distinct order lines. Okay, so from line 1 to line 2 to line 3, and we want to know the sales by that order line, the lines that made the most sale. Okay, so order line and sales. All right, so this is it. Now let's choose this and give it the $sign. Okay, so we don't want the grand total. Remember, you can as well choose this, come to pivot, come to design, and remove grand total. And this is what you have for your sales by order line. The next thing we're going to be looking at is sales by status as well as sales by size. Let's do our sales by deal size here. Pivot table. So we're going to come here to our sales data. We're going to get our sales and we're going to get our deal size. Okay, so this is it, not hard at all. So what we're going to do next is just to format it the way we have always done. Put the comma, reduce the decimal place, and put the $sign right in front of it. So we're going to come to design and turn off the grand total. Next, we want to see is sales by status. So let's do all of this again. Come to sales and come to status, and there you have it. So guys, the next thing we want to see is sales by month. Okay, sales by month. And for that, let's come back to our insert and do all of these again. Then we're going to come here. We have our sales here, and also we have our order date here. Okay, so let's just go to our sales and we want to go to our order dates. So now when we go to our order date, we can see we have the year, we can see the year, we can see the quarter, we can see the month. You know, the whole hierarchy is there, but I don't want the quarter, so we're just going to right click this. So we're just going to click this and, you know, remove the field. I'm also going to click the order date field and remove it. So all we have here is our date. All we have here is our year and our column. So we're going our year and our month. So we're going to move this to the rows and move the month to the rows. Okay, so we're going to see our years and months like this. Let's format this. Let's go to our home, use the comma, reduce the decimal places, and put the $sign, then design, and turn this off. All right, so the next thing we want to explore in the next page is also products. So we're just going to copy and paste this because this is what we're going to be looking at. So let's just copy and paste this as products. I'm going to come to view here and just give this a heading. All right, so for locations, which is the last one, what we need to do, let me come give this heading. What we need to do for locations is just to, you know, go to the insert tab, pivot table, and we want to get the location. So this is the customer. For the location, we have to go to the customer table, right? So we'll just go and get the country or the state. You know what? Let's try both country and state. We're going to do country and then we're going to do state. So we're going to do country, look at the countries, and we're going to go get the sales. So come to table 2 and get your sales. And you can see the sales by each country. All right. So let's come here and get for the state. So come back to this, go to the state. I don't think they had full data in state. They had more data in city. Let's get the city. You can see it's a lot of data. Oh no. The city is a lot of data. Let's see states. State is not so much. Okay. All right, so guys, let's just format this. We're going to go to our home tab now and do the exact thing we always do. Reduce this by 2 and, format this using the currency sign. Come here and turn off this grand total. Now we are done with the pivot table part of things. Okay, so congratulations. I know it's not been easy, but you've been able to pull through. If you're still watching till now, you're definitely getting value from these things that we're doing. So please do not forget to subscribe and like. Even just now, just hit the subscribe button, guys. It's free. Subscribe and like the video and comment. Tell me what you're enjoying about it and all of that. Okay, and if you know anybody that would like this video, kindly share it to them. So now we're going to go back to our dashboard, and the next thing we want to do now is to link all of this. Okay, so for that, we're just going to come to our dashboard here, right click, you're going to see the link. Now you click on this link and you will see a place in this document, right? So you're just going to hit dashboard because you want it to be linked to dashboard. Okay, now we're going to come to the second part, right click this, and you're going to hit the link. And you're going to come here. You want this to be linked with sales. The next thing, we want to come here and do the same thing. Go to link, and we want this to be linked with product. So once we press that, it's going to take us to the product page. And lastly, we're going to come here, hit the link, and do the same thing. And we're getting this for our location. So now that it has been linked, you can see when we hit here. When we go to product, it takes us to the product tab or product sheet, okay? And now we're in the product. If we decide to go to the location, we just click here and it takes us to the location. Even in the location, we click here and it takes us to sale. And now we're in the sale tab, we click here and it takes us to our dashboard. So this is what we can achieve with our linking, all right? So we are almost there, guys. We are getting there. The next thing we want to do now is to actually plot this, plot the charts. Okay, so let's plot this charts, guys. So for our sales by product, we're just going to come here and copy and paste all this, and we're going to come to insert. Now what do we want to insert? We want to get a normal column chart, and this is the column chart we want. So we're just going to come and place it right here. Okay, now we are going to do some formatting. First of all, I'm going to come here and I'm going to hide all field button on charts. After that, I'm going to come here and delete this. I'm also going to delete this total. Okay, so now we have more space to play with. Then I'm going to, come here, come to format, go to shape fill, and I'm going to go with this blue right here. After that, I'm going to come to, where is the width? So just hit format, and this is going to come out. And then we want to increase the gap. Okay, now this is the gap we want. Let's leave it at 20. Now we've been able to increase the width, and we're just going to leave it at this. This is how we want it. Next thing we want to do is we're going to have to increase this so we can get this axis like this. We don't want it slanty. So this is basically what we want for this chart, which is sales by product. All right, so let's go to the next chart, which is sales by order line. So for sales by order line, we're just going to copy this, come to insert. We're going to get a column chart as well, and this is what it basically looks like. So for this, I forgot, we're going to turn off the fill. We don't want any fill, we don't want any borderline. Okay, so for this one as well, we're going to do every single thing we did, which is, first of all, we're going to hide all field values. We're going to delete this and delete this for more space. Okay, now we don't want any fill as well as borderline. Then we're just going to come here and turn off the grid lines, then hit on this and change the color. So we want our blue. Exactly. So we're going to come to our shadow. We want everything here. So the next thing, we want to make this a lot bigger. We'll just bring this down here. The next thing we want is, the next thing we're going to get, which is the sales by month, is actually going to be the sales by month is going to be a line chart. Okay, so for that, let us just copy this. Let's raise this. Now we're going to copy this and insert, and let us go get a line chart. Okay, this one is fine. Okay, you know what, let me make this, let everything come out. Okay, now we can see our charts properly by the month. Okay, I think this is fine. So what we want to do here now is to do every single thing we have always done, which is hide all the fields. It just gives us a lot more space to work with. I'm going to delete this as well as this legend. I'll come to this plus sign and remove the grid lines. We don't need that. Then we're going to format this color. All right. We don't want no fill, we don't want no borderline. We're going to come here, hit on this, come to the color. I'm tempted to actually use the orange, but let's go with our blue. And let's get a smooth line. Yeah, I like that. We'll use a smooth line. All right, so the next thing we want to see is sales by deal size. So for this, I'll just come here and we'll go to insert, come to the charts here and get this donut chart. Oh, this donut chart looks good. So in order to vary for all, in order to choose colors for all of them, you hit vary colors by slides. Okay, so I don't want this green because this green is not in our brand color. So I'm just going to put blue here, our blue. All right, so this is what we're going to have. So the next thing is to come hide all fields. I'm going to remove this total, and you can see this just got bigger. I'm also going to remove this legend, but we're going to come here and go to data labels. We're going to go to data callout, and this is how we're going to see our data. And this is how we're going to see our data and the value. So we can decide we want the value and not the percentage, okay? So you saw how I got here. You right clicked and you hit format data label and you get here. So we don't want the percentage, but the value. And this is how it comes. So we're just going to push this out so we get all the values. Okay, so this is what we have. Now, also here, we want to do a bit of formatting. So you're going to come to fill, and we don't want any fill because we want it to blend right into the environment, and we don't want no borderline as well. So this is how it's going to look. Okay, guys, the last but not the least is sales by status, which is this. And for that, we're just going to come here and, copy all of these, go to insert and go get another donut chart. Now for this donut chart, we're just going to format it the way we did for this particular one. So what we want here is, I'm going to go hide all the fields, and I'm going to, remove this as well as this. Now I'll pick this and I'll just move it away a bit. So I'm picking only this, and I'm going to choose this. So having done that, the next thing we want to do now is to get the callout value. Go to data label, data callouts. So this is our data callout. So we're just going to adjust this, And now this is our callout. So for this color, we're just going to come here. And we're going to the label options. For the labels, we don't want no fill, as well as the border. We're also going to come to the value part. So we don't want to change the percentage. We don't want it as percentage. We want the value. Okay? We want to see the actual value. This is supposed to pick for everything. Okay. So let's come here and get the value and not percentage. Okay. So now we have this. We're going to come to this row value right here, and we're going to format. Okay, it's formatted by comma. We're just going to we're going to remove the percentage sign, and this is what we have. So let's just push this so you can see it properly. The next thing now is to go to product. For products, this is also, the chart for products. Look at it here. This is the chart for products. So there's no need replicating that. So we can come to our location right here and get this started. Guys, in a bid to make this video not too long, we will end this part here. Check out the link to the continuation in the description box below. In the next video, you will learn how to work with maps in pivot table, basically how to link the pivot table and the map. You will learn how to link the icons in the dashboard to the different sheets in your Excel workbook. You also learn how to bring in slicers and connect them for optimal interactivity. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button, subscribe to this channel, and like this video. See you in the next one.